When there's a revolution, what city should we meet up in?
Well, if there is a revolution, and I pray there isn't because they never end well, but if there is...
But it'd be fucking fun, huh?
For like the first 20 minutes when you actually storm the Bastille and free the prisoners or whatever, hang your homemade flag from the roof of the Capitol or whatever. Like you
burn the news networks is the first thing you would have to do.
So that'd be the fun part of the revolution. Yeah. I think that would be definitely be the fun part. But then then you have like show trials and famines and you have like all the downside, but whatever, I'm not in charge. So if that happens, I will be so deep in the woods, surrounded by my dogs and I'll say it, firearms. Probably not going to hear from me.
Look, let's just pretend one of your dogs is named Firearms.
I actually have a dog called Firearm.
Yeah.
I have AK and 47.
Yeah,
and
whatever you have, dude. Right. I got bow, I got arrow, I got whatever, I got all my weapons in the woods with me. But yeah, and you can even just text me and just let me know where you're going to be. But I think about that. You know what's wild is I think about that sometimes.
But you're going to be in LA.
No, I won't be. I live in Nashville.
Oh, you don't live in LA?
No, I live in a place where if somebody is being weird, you can shoot them.
Okay, because if you're in LA, you just get eaten.
Yeah. Oh, well, here's the move you would do in LA. You would get in a boat and go off the shore. That would be the first move. And let the other
Having grown up on the Pacific, let me just say it's a little bigger than the Chunkafunky River, wherever you're from, okay? It's a super big ocean.
Yeah, and also fuck Ben and Jerry's while we're at it. I just wanted to say that. But go on. They're Marxists.
Is it called Chunky Monkey? What's the name of your river?
Chafunkta.
But
I love that, dude.
That's the greatest name ever. But the Pacific goes on forever, and then you make it to Hawaii like 6 days later in your Boston Whaler.
God.
Yeah, right.
Well, if you've been lost at sea for 6 days, you deserve to show up in Hawaii, I think.
It's easy to miss Hawaii, though, in the middle of the Pacific. You could, that's a long way to Thailand.
Could you imagine they pick you up? They're like, you were this close to Hawaii. You're like, what the fuck? I let my wife drive.
No, the Pacific is not a good escape plan at all. No, because south you have, Baja, Sonata.
Right.
That's going to be a little chaotic. It always is.
Yeah.
From Los Angeles to what? The Arctic Circle? I mean, that's just like nothing. It's like Alaska. Like there's kind of nowhere to go.
Yeah.
But, you get in the woods.
Deep in there.
Yeah, you got a shot. And
Boot Radley up in there with a couple of pups.
100%. You go full Boot Radley.
Oh, definitely.
Live in the hollow of a tree. Yeah.
That's it.
I love that.
Me too, man. It sounds exciting, but I think people start to think that way. And that's a sad, it's interesting because it just comes in my head sometimes. I've thought about asking people I know. I've thought about asking Joe Rogan, where do we meet up if shit gets weird? And I'd never used to think that.
I don't think Joe's going to leave his house, right?
He might not, but I think everybody's got a little bit of a place. I think some people are thinking maybe could be, I think you want to do mountainous. So I think you go Salt Lake or Denver. Broncos suck, so I don't know if I'd go there. Utah at least doesn't have a team. I don't know, but you start to think about that. You want to get up to sea level. You don't want nature beating you. So you don't want to drown out. You don't want to be in fucking Johnstown or something or whatever that place is.
Johnstown or Jonestown.
Both of them flooded up.
Both of them bad. Yeah. Purple Kool-Aid, overflowing rivers. You don't want to go anywhere, I think is the truth. You don't want to go anywhere.
You don't want to.
You don't want to travel. If things go sideways, I don't think you want to be on the road. I mean,
that's a good point.
The 2 times I've been in places for brief periods where, there really was no authority.
What did that feel like and where was it?
One was at Katrina right after the storm in New Orleans.
Wow, you were down there, huh, bro?
I was. And the other was in Baghdad in December of 2003 when it kind of like started to get, I felt, out of hand.
And which one was more hectic, you think?
Oh, Baghdad. But for the United States, no one ever says this. I really feel like Katrina was almost unbelievable how chaotic it was.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for real? I mean, I could bore you, but...
Oh, I've been at a game when the Saints are fucking losing to the Falcons and it gets fucking hectic enough.
There is no one there to call, period. And then people start behaving in ways that are ridiculous. And I saw that with my own eyes. And dead people and people getting shot. I saw it, not guessing. And I was just like, this cannot be America. I always thought if something bad happened, there would be you just call some special number and dad comes and restores order. No, at all. The police were looting. I saw it.
Yeah.
The police were looting during Katrina. So that's, anyway, whatever. My point is, I don't think you want to travel too much if you can help it.
Yeah.
You know, it's better to be in a place where you're just like, this is my place and I'm defending it with these firearms. But until things calm down, you know, until like electricity is restored after the EMP attack or whatever.
Yeah.
Because that's what's going to happen.
There'll be a nuclear attack?
No, there's going to be, you know, it's pretty easy to take down a society that's digital.
Oh, yeah. Once you unplug that, and then but that's a crazy feeling when you're like, okay, because your first thought is, let me call somebody.
Nope.
Your phone isn't going to work.
No calling, no oil through the pipelines, no food delivery.
God's going to have the busiest afternoon.
No airlines, no one on the roads, dams fail. Like it all, you know, if you've put everything online, because the people who run our country are so stupid, they've actually done that. You are so vulnerable that it's unbelievable. And you're using Chinese servers and switchers. And like, at that point, you have no control. You don't need to drop a nuke on anybody.
Yeah. Yeah. First of all, if
just
anybody's
scramble
doing
the
any of that shit,
circuits.
do not nuke.
You don't need to.
Yeah.
You don't need to.
Let us at least enjoy the mystery of it for a little while too.
But people are that doesn't mean just no DoorDash. That means no anything. And people, one thing I've noticed in both the places I've been
No Stacy Dash either, huh? That bitch, you know?
No Stacy
Sorry,
Dash. You
that was
can't
dumb.
call any of your call girls from the interstate.
Oh, thank God, dude. What if they start showing up? You're like,
They will. They'll be seeking refuge at your place.
Yeah.
Remember me? You tipped me for no service.
seeking refuge raiment. That was a tough play on words.
That's a good one, though.
Thank you, dude. But I think, yeah, but you wouldn't be able to use money anywhere.
No.
That's going to become the value. Like, it's weird we're having this conversation, but even as me listening to you talk, my brain, I think, is recording this because it feels like it could be plausible. All you need is a couple of cops to be like, you know what? Fuck these people as well. I'm not going to fucking quit. I'm not going to quit blockading or attacking these people who I know are really struggling when I'm going home tonight and being one of them.
100%. And by the way, my kids are at home, and this happened in New Orleans during Katrina. Is cops, and I give them all the benefit of the doubt. You know, some of them, you do have some criminal cops down there, but you also have good guys too. You know, and the good guys are like, I'm sorry, I got a wife and kids at home. Like I'm not, and people are going nuts. The thing that I noticed was it took like zero time from when authority disappeared for people to get super afraid, for the predators to come out and start preying on people, and for everything just to fall apart. Everything.
Yeah.
And if you unplug this country, and by the way, once you decide you're going to go to war with Iran, as we've apparently the morons who run our country have decided, that is, I mean, a very likely outcome that they're going to do something like that.
Really?
Absolutely. Everyone's like, they could send an ICBM or whatever. No, why would they bother to throw a missile at the United States across the ocean when they could unplug the country? And then you have real casualties, and mass chaos, like true chaos.
Oh, yeah.
People are not prepared for this. They haven't thought it through. Our leaders have not prepared them for it at all. It's like, oh, it's on your iPhone. You don't have an iPhone, and there's no electricity, and there's no water, and there's no way to get anywhere.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. And that could happen. That's not science fiction. Like that could happen soon. And we're not ready for it. And as you said, it's not a cohesive country. People are not like, oh, I'm going to help my neighbors. You don't know who your neighbors are. They may not speak the same language.
Well, you're certainly not going to also help your government. So that's going to be the weird thing.
Right.
When the government's like, people do this, a lot of people are like, fuck you. I don't trust you.
Totally. And people have not seen chaos. They don't know what chaos looks like.
No, we don't.
Like when people imagine war, they imagine, two lines against each other, lobbing artillery shells or rifle fire at each other. There's a certain order to that. And people can handle it. It's dangerous, but I can handle it. It makes sense to me. It's orderly. It's geometric. Chaos is completely different from that. Chaos is like you have no freaking idea what's happening, who's on your side, who's not, who's a threat, who isn't, where things are going. People are not designed for that. People can't handle chaos, and they go crazy. And I've only, as I said, had a taste of this a couple of times, but enough to learn. Chaos is the one thing you have to avoid because that's when people become animals and really start behaving in ways that are inconceivable to civilized people.
Oh, we're going to turn into middle monkeys real fast, or we're going to...
Like in minutes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, bro. Dude, I was at a Dave & Buster's one time, right? I'm not even joking. Fucking power goes out, dude.
Did you eat anyone?
Bro, it was wacka everyone in that bitch, dude. People were beating it was complete darkness.
Right.
And people, you're fucking feeling around for whatever, birthday cake or whatever you're, like you don't even know what's going on.
Yeah.
But that was crazy. That's a Dave and Buster's.
I know.
You know?